on Twitter, on Twitch TV, and in glorious high definition on YouTube. This is Barn in Effect.
Welcome to Barn's Premier League preview and prediction show. And today's game is Everton versus Chelsea, and it's at Goodison Park on Sunday, December the 30th. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to be giving you some betting advice and betting tips. So let's have a look at the team news. Everton, their midfielder Gibson is hoping to prove his fitness in order to feature in Sunday's Premier League clash against Chelsea, as I said, at Goodison Park. Gibson, eligible after his red card in last week's West Ham game was overturned, was withdrawn at half-time against Wigan on Boxing Day with a thigh strain. Right back Coleman could return after a knock, but midfielder Fellaini completes a 3-match ban, and defender Tony Hibbert and Morales are out. Ramirez is expecting to return for Chelsea. Brazilian midfielder missed the Boxing Day win at Norwich with a slight knee injury, and manager Benitez was confident he would be fit for the trip to Goodison. Sunday's game is set to become a little bit too soon for John Terry, though he's still out with his knee. Striker Daniel Sturridge could be omitted from the squad again because of his proposed move to Liverpool. The two teams with an eye on the top 4 meet at Goodison Park, where Everton can prove just what a fortress they've made their home these days, with 5 wins, 4 draws and no defeats so far this season. Chelsea, though, will be chomping at the bit after scoring 14 goals in their last 3 games. Everton fans know what their dream team usually scores. It rarely keeps a clean sheet, though, so goals should be on the agenda again, but there'll be more interest on Rafa Benitez on his ties to the red side of the city. So, the start of the game, Everton have scored in their last 16 league games, but they've failed to keep a clean sheet in 14 of those games. Chelsea have won 3 games on the trot, scoring 14 goals after conceding against Leeds. Their last 3 games have been wins. They've won 3-1 at Sunderland, 8-0 against Villa and 1-0 at Norwich. Now they're at Everton, who have not lost at home all season, and I've said, and they're at 5th in the table, just 2 points behind Chelsea. Looking at Everton, 2 things stand out. They seem to find the net every time, and they also seem to let their opponents do the same bloody thing, as I've said. You know, Everton are on a run of 16 straight games where they've scored and have allowed the opponents to score for 14 straight games. So both teams, you know, it looks like they're both going to score. Despite allowing the teams to score, what Everton do is often they don't lose. They don't lose very often. They've lost just 2 games all season, tied best in the league. Looking back at the results, I see wins have come. Chelsea do look good though, and you could make a good argument for them to score more than once as well. If they do, I think they'll win. Matra has been scintillating of late, and the glut of goals is hard to ignore. Also, Chelsea have only won 1 of their last 8 meetings with Everton. Benitez brings experience of beating the Toffees. He's faced them 6 times and won 5 with no losses. The last 8 meetings against Chelsea have seen 4 draws. Not totally ridiculous to think that Chelsea's run comes to an end at Everton. And against Everton, I don't know, who's likely to turn up, but I'm going to have a couple of bets on the game, and choosing the long shot. I think both teams will score. It's a very good little bet, that one. And if you really want to go for it, the score draw, 1 each, that's the one that I'm going for. But like I said, if Chelsea score 2, I think they'll win. Best bet, I think, is going to be for both teams to score at 1.73, the score draw at 4.6. But if you want to bet on the correct score, bet on 1-1 at 7-1. I'm Robo Barn Effect. Thanks for watching.